these people over here in this building are keeping me from achieving things in life, you know? I don't know how someone in a building is keeping you from achieving things in life when you choose not to better yourself. Yo, another day, another adventure with your homeboy Jermaine. In this video, started off, I'm out on the KBO, and I think I'm just gonna make this video a little bit different. I think I'll make a vlog. I'm just gonna rap to y'all really fast. Okay, if we just go back in time just a little bit, you take ExxonMobil, like 15, 20 years ago, ExxonMobil was the largest market cap in the US. It was more than like $300 billion, and back then, $300 billion was a lot of money. Today, in 2021, we got companies worth getting close to like almost $3 trillion, right? But then within the past 15 to 20 years, how many dollars did the government print? The government has been printing money like crazy. So when I hear people talk about equality, I don't hear people talking about like what the government's doing. I don't hear people talk about how, you know, the government's printing all this money. And then also, like, some people say that the government is getting too big and the government is putting their hand in too many places. You know, that's just gonna be, you know, your own perspective. Some people think that the government should control the cryptocurrency market. Other people think that the government should not control the cryptocurrency market. I mean, sometimes when the government controls things, sometimes they don't do it for mainstream people. For example, to invest in certain companies, you have to be an accredited investor, right? You got to have over $1 million to invest in certain companies. And the government says, we want to protect poor people from risky investments. But is that really protecting poor people from risky investments, or is that keeping poor people out of investments that they just can't invest in? I know a couple people that are accredited investors, and, you know, they can invest in things that I can invest in. And they can also very well see a 20x gain in 5 years. And I'm probably not gonna see a 20x gain in 5 years. So at the end of the day, you can say that the government is trying to protect people, you know, from losing money, or you can say that the government is trying to, you know, either way it goes. You know, I don't think the government's perfect at the end of the day. I don't think anyone is perfect at the end of the day. But I think when it comes to equality, I think it really depends on the person that you ask. I mean, if you go up and ask a whole lot of, you know, protesters in the middle of the street that are protesting about climate change, they're probably going to tell you that, you know, there should not be billionaires, they should not exist, you should tax them to death. You know, that's what they're going to say. But if you go ask someone who started a business, okay, started a business when they're 18 years old and they're 50 years old today, and they've been working that business, and they've provided jobs for other people, you know, they've did other things, that person is going to have a different perspective versus someone who has been working at Starbucks for the past 30 years and they didn't even start a 401k when they were working at Starbucks, right? At the end of the day, who's the smart person, right? Is it the government's fault that I took all of my money and spent it and I did not save anything? I did not invest anything. I did not invest in myself. Is it the government's fault that I, you know, ate food every day and I did not exercise and now I'm overweight? Is that the government's fault? Or do you guys think that the government should be telling people, hey, you should exercise. Hey, instead of drive your car today, you should ride a bike. I mean, it really depends on what, you know, your whole perspective. Some people like the government, some people don't like the government. You know, I'm not going to give my perspective of the government here. I don't want to get canceled. I don't want any sponsors to say, oh, you're getting a little too controversial talking about the government and all that. And also, I hear people talk about Jeff Bezos a lot, and people talk about Amazon and how Jeff Bezos paid no taxes. Well, yeah, it's kind of true, but it's kind of not. Think about all the jobs that Amazon provides, right? Think about all those people that pay taxes. Think about all the money that Amazon spends as a business. They have to pay taxes on all the stuff that they spend, like, as a business. So to say that they're not paying taxes, yeah, maybe Jeff Bezos is not paying, you know, the same tax rate as someone working at Starbucks. But at the same time, the person that's working at Starbucks, they're not really creating jobs, right? Someone that's working at Starbucks that's a barista, they're not creating jobs. They're serving coffee, right? But someone like Jeff Bezos, maybe someone would disagree with this, but Jeff Bezos has created a lot of jobs. Yes, I know when I say Jeff Bezos created a lot of jobs, people are probably thinking of the Amazon delivery people. Those aren't the jobs I'm talking about. I'm talking about all the high-tech jobs that have come from Amazon. I'm talking about all the people that, you know, they used to work a job that they hated, right? They used to work a job with a boss, right? And that boss would just be on their ass all day. And now they're like, I work for Amazon. It's so much better than working for this other job. And then another thing about Amazon is just like Uber, yo. There are gonna be a lot of people creating negative content about it. When I was an Uber driver back in the day, it was way more profitable way more profitable for me to go out and make a video saying something bad about Uber versus to say, oh, I made $300 in 4 hours driving for Uber. If I said something bad about Uber, talking about like how, the depreciation on the car, or, how people treat Uber drivers, those videos did way better. Like the AdSense did way better versus the videos that were like positive. So at the end of the day, people like negative stuff, right? People like negative stuff. And if you're out there, if you're looking for negativity, you're gonna find it. Like it's all around, because negativity is more profitable than something inspirational. And people sort of gravitate to negativity, especially when you have a lot of negativity in your life. Like if you have a lot of negativity in your life, you're going to be attracted to that negativity. You're going to cut the news on and be like, oh my gosh, they out there robbing people. Maybe I should stay at home today, right? You're going to always be negative. You're always going to have a negative perspective, right? You're always going to say that like, oh, there's these people over here in this building are keeping me from achieving things in life, I don't know how someone in a building is keeping you from achieving things in life when you choose not to better yourself, right? You choose not to better yourself. Sometimes when a person is a drug addict, they have to tell themselves, I don't want to do drugs anymore. I don't want to live this life. When someone is an alcoholic, they have to literally tell themselves, I don't want to drink anymore. You can't just make them not drink. They have to want to not do that anymore. And that's the same thing in life. When they want to achieve something in life, when they really want to achieve something, they go for it, they'll get there. But if you don't want to achieve something, if you don't want to dream of something, you may not ever get there. But I think a lot of people are dreaming of this world that everything's going to be equal. But after traveling to so many different countries around the world, I do not believe in an equal world. I believe in an equal world, but will the world actually get equal? With some of the things I've seen in my lifetime, I just don't know how it would be. I just don't know how that would even be possible, right? I can sit here and like have a fairy tale imagination, but the fairy tale imagination just doesn't work with everything. It doesn't work with shit like this, yo. When you're talking about you want everybody in the world to be equal, everyone in the world is not going to be equal, because there's going to be this person over here that's more attractive than this person over here. So that's just not going to be equal, You take someone that's 300 pounds versus someone who is 120 pounds with a Coke bottle body, you can't just make them equal, yo. You can't say that they're the same. Like, maybe you can, but I think most people are not going to. That's just not going to fly with most people. You take an athlete that can play basketball better than an other athlete, that athlete is just going to be more popular than the athlete that can't shoot a free throw. At the end of the day, you can say that we're all equal, and you can say that we all, get a prize at the end of the day, but yeah, that's all what anyone can say, just like I can say that today is a beautiful day outside, right? I say today is a beautiful day outside. And there is going to be someone that's going to say that today is not a beautiful day. So at the end of the day, it's all about what you want. It's all about your perspective, It's all about if you want to be positive, if you want to wake up and be positive. Like I wake up and I'm happy, yo. I wake up, I'm happy. Like when I grew up in Tennessee, like life was not like this. Like life was a struggle. It was a struggle for me. And I said to myself, I don't want to live like my parents, right? I don't want to live like my parents. I said that myself. No one told me to say this. I said, I don't want to live like my parents. When I was growing up, I had this friend, Brad, right? His parents were like very well off. And on the weekends, I would go to his lake house, right? And they had this huge lake house. They had boats and sea-doos. And I was like, bro, I want to live the chill life. I want to live like this. Like, and then I remember I would go back home and like, it would just be so much drama in my house. And I'd be like, yo, I can't wait till next weekend. I can't wait to go hang out with my friend Brad and go to the lake house and like chill, And, I get it. Like everybody don't have that perspective, but like I think that has changed me as a person. It's sort of pushed me to do things that I wanted to do in life. It sort of made me a bigger person to grow up in the situation that I grew up in, and then I could, go see someone else's situation. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Like that's really cool. It sort of changed my perspective in life. It let me know that like, I don't have to be this person that I was, born. I don't have to like, live like, I can just live different. Like I can live a more free life. And I look at my life today and what I do today and how, you know, I've, you know, invested in the stock market. Lots of people say don't invest in the stock market, it's a scam, but I've made hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars doing that. You know, I've made money in the crypto market, right? And not only me, just in the past 2 years since the pandemic has been going on, I've seen so many people come up in the crypto space. I've seen so many people come up in the stock market. Like I've talked to homies and they're like, yo, I just bought a brand new car in the stock market. And it's like, bro, you wasn't even in the stock market like 2 years ago and you already buying a brand new car in cash, right? These are people leveling themselves up, right? These are people saying like, I see this and I want this and I can level myself up. These are people who probably follow inspirational people on the internet, right? They follow inspirational people that tell them you can achieve this, you can do this, you can go here, you can make that money, you can get that job, you can take that trip, you can buy that house, right? And when you surround yourself around people that are inspirational, it's very, very easy to get to that inspirational point. But when you wake up and you're around people that tell you you can't do this, and these people over here are going to stop you, and oh, the equality here, and oh, these billionaires did this, and oh, and the homeless situation is going on here. At the end of the day, if you wake up and you fill yourself with all that negativity, how are you gonna even think positively? How are you gonna even have a positive day? How are you gonna have a positive mindset if you wake up and that's what you think about? You wake up, you think about that every day. These are things that happen. There's homeless people on the street in San Francisco, but guess what? What can I really do about it? Yeah, maybe I can go make videos and say, hey, help out the homeless people. But you know how many people have done that? This is one of the most expensive cities in the country. There's so much money in this city, and if they haven't cleaned it up, how in the fuck am I gonna go clean it up? I mean, some things like, it's sad and it's wrong, but like, I don't necessarily want to I don't want to be the next Dr. King. And that, I can totally say that. Like, if you want to get mad at me and say, oh, you should be a civil rights leader, go ahead, unsubscribe, cancel me, right? But I don't want to die. I don't want to be a civil rights leader. I want to live a chill life. I want to keep doing what I want to do. And I want to keep inspiring other people. Look, you don't have to be an extremist. You can be a low-key person. You can live a successful life. You don't have to go out there and break windows. You don't have to go out there and fight with someone in the street because you believe something and you can't make them believe what you believe because they're a different person and they got a different perspective. And who knows, maybe they have just accomplished different things in their life, and maybe you've accomplished different things in your life, and maybe you guys are just different, and maybe you guys should just sit down and smoke a blunt together and like just get to know each other and stop fighting, right? Stop fighting, because at the end of the day, if we're down here fighting, the people at the top are winning. If we're down here fighting, the people at the top are winning. But if we're getting together down here at the bottom, the people at the top still winning. That's how that works. So at the end of the day, you can worry about the people at the top. You can worry about them all day. Or you can just worry about the people at the bottom, like you. You can worry about how you're gonna fix your life and how you're gonna level yourself up in life, right? Or you can just continue worrying about what the billionaires are gonna do. You can sit back and watch Jeff Bezos go to space. You can sit back and talk about Elon Musk and how much money he's making. You can sit back and talk about Zuckerberg and talking about how he is trying to, create a new virtual world. You can sit around and talk about those things all day. But as you're sitting around complaining and talking about those things and talking about, oh, this billionaire did this and equality this and equality that and equality this, someone else is passing you. Someone else is coming up, someone else is passing you. Someone else is taking your chips and you're just, standing up for what you believe in. I know I probably pushed a lot of buttons in this video, but so what? Sometimes you need to push buttons, yo. Sometimes you need to push buttons. You need to inspire people. You need to tell people, look, you can do this. You can do this. Fuck what those people are doing. Forget about Jeff Bezos. Forget about Elon. Forget about all those people. You don't even know those people. They're just people on the freaking computer. Keep doing you. Keep doing you. Keep leveling yourself up, yo. Keep leveling yourself up. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Go see something that's really dope and dream about it. And if you keep dreaming about it, maybe you'll get there, right? But if you never dream about it, you'll never get there, right? You'll never get there. I know some people dream about equality. If that's what you want to dream about, if you want to dream about an equal world, you want to dream about rights, dream about it. Dream about whatever you want to dream about. But make sure it gets you somewhere. Make sure it gets you somewhere, Make sure you can level up with what you're dreaming about. If you're dreaming about the sky and why it's not blue, I don't know how that's gonna level up your life. But if you're dreaming about like how I'm gonna accomplish this, how I'm gonna get out of this shitty apartment, how am I gonna move to a high rise, right? How I'm gonna get out of this bullshit job, right? How am I going to, you know, make money off cryptocurrency and chill at home and flip NFTs all day? Dream in that direction. But anyway, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. If you guys want to share this video, please share this video with a friend, a family member, or something like that. But I'm out. Bye. Peace.